So I've just finished my Samhain Embodying Your Blueprint of Health, and I just wanted to share how incredibly powerful you are, and the power of women coming together in circle, and the power of rest, of stillness, and how vital it is for us to find peace. And this is for men and women. And for women especially, through our generational trauma, we carry the abuse, the suppression that has gone through our generations of the feminine. And so deep on a DNA level, on a mitochondria, into our unconscious body and subconscious mind, we carry these layers of trauma, of distortion. And the only way to come back to our true blueprint of health, without the stress, without the inflammation, is to bring back peace and safety into our bodies. And I've done a recent video about how mothering my inner child, how being able to create safety and stillness has enabled such transitioning and shifting for me. And it seems small, but yet it's hugely significant, if you know what I mean. It's like the essence of the tide, the energy that behind it that enables it to shift and move. And so you can't see it, you can't feel it, but it just happens. And it's a big undercurrent. That's, I guess, what I'm getting to here. And I just wanted to say that if everything that we're going through is individually and collectively in this, what we see is a very crazy world right now. And a lot of all the illusions and distortions and the untruths will be really coming up to the surface. And this can feel really disorientating, especially as our truth or our safety is based on these false floors, these false layers, which have never been there for our highest good. And so we are needing to come back into the center of self, into our neural systems, into the connection to our bodies, our heart, and earth, and her cycles. And to remember that is our truth. That's our true safety. That's our true connection. And we are shifting through survival mechanisms and belief systems, and they're being triggered and activated, but we are meant to be moving through them, to be on acknowledging them, to be seen for what they are, to see the perspective and the grace and the blessing and the inner gold of being able to hold space for these shadows and these fears, and to be able to create inner safety and to become the eye of the storm. And we do that in ourselves first, and through that we create a shift and a change to inspire someone else to do the same. So when we look at the world and think, well, how can I change anything? You can't change the whole world, but you can change your inner world. And when you change the inner world, you influence in the outer world. And so that's what we have to do. And being Samhain, coming into the winter, this is all calling you to come inwards. Not to shrink in fear, not to withdraw and shut off, but to discern where your mind is, where your mental energy is, where you're losing parts of self and your power and your sovereignty to systems, to belief systems, to people, and to really start to call that back as a state of consolidation. So this follows on to many of the other videos that I have been sharing, but Samhain is this real final acknowledgement of what the fruits, the abundance, and now it's really about letting go as we go into the depth of winter. So this is everything that is going on in the outer world is calling us to come inward And like I say, not from a retraction of fear, but from a space of wholeness and consolidation, of discernment, of healthy boundaries, of where we are losing ourselves and our energies, and come back to that place of wholeness. And so you shine from this radiance of wholeness. There's a difference. Retracting in fear, just feel it in your body now as I'm talking. You're retracting, closing down, you close in your heart. Whereas what I'm talking about is opening your heart from a place of wholeness. Then this sphere of light holds you, and you become this beacon of light, even through the darkest moments. And this is what we're being called to do. So these circles, these retreats, these mini workshops, they're all about, especially women, bringing back to remember that is the power of connection to Earth and her cycles and her wisdom. And all of that power and that wisdom is within our bodies, and we can connect to that and remember that and bring safety deep within to our bodies. And huge shifts happen when we bring that in. So I just wanted to share that. And if you're needing support, because we'll all be called to come inward, and this will be challenging, many of us. And if you need support, I have this content, these tools on the infinityhealthhub.com, where you can go into meditation. There's courses, there's the Love to Heal course, which is like what I class as the foundation of beginning to remember the wisdom that is within you and how your body speaks through the language of pain and disease. And that is like the foundation through my work. And then you have the Daughters of the Golden Rose, which is where women are really stepping into their power and to move through all these belief systems that has them contained and not unable to express themselves fully. And this is about the wise woman, and as she steps into that path, into that new cycle of life, as she's still a mother. We've gone through the maiden, the mother, and now she's in the wise woman. So it's how we're integrating that. And we need to do this for ourselves. We need to do it for our children. We need to do it for generations then to follow. And we need it for humanity. You know, imagine 50% of humanity realizing their power and making fundamental shifts. The wave of change is huge and significant. So lots of love, lots of compassion, and ensure that you create space and time for you. And if you live near me, there's always my one-to-one sessions, which are like hugely, deeply nurturing. And if not, there's the online as well. There's many ways you can access this. And my work is about getting you to access the power that's within you. All right, so big love and happy Samhain. Take care.